What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, there was this scenario that was presented on Facebook that really made me question, like, what the hell is happening to humanity and where the hell are people's logic with a lot of the things that they say or they agree with, right? So there was this scenario where a father has a child with a woman, right? That woman has other children. However, that man bought his son a video game. He wanted to play the video game online with his child at that moment, right? The mother says he can't play right now because I took the game away from him because he wouldn't share the game with his brothers and sisters, right? And then we see the father basically saying, I bought that game for him. Let him play. I want to play with my son. Let my son get on the game right now. I bought that game. He needs to be able to play right now. I want to play with him. I want to play the game online with him right now. I want him to play with me, right? And so the question was posed, is the father wrong for his request of wanting to play with his son at that moment, even though his mother was trying to teach him a lesson about not sharing with his brother and sister, right? And so I saw people agreeing with the father, like, oh, well, he bought the game. He should be able to play with his son anytime he want or whatever, right? And I saw other people saying stuff like, well, he don't got to share. That's his game. He don't got to share with nobody if he don't want to. I don't understand people making their kids share all the time. It's his game. He can decide if he wants them to play or not. It's his game. And I'm like, what type of stupid ghetto ass shit is that? That's some stupid ass ignorant shit if I ain't never seen it. Serious, that's some ignorant ass shit to even make, like, for that to even be a scenario, right? Right. Take me for instance. I bought my daughter a video game for Christmas. She doesn't have any siblings outside of my son that I have with my current lady, right? But if her mother were to have children and my daughter didn't want to share with her brothers and sisters and her mama took the game away, I would be perfectly fine with that. I would be. I don't give a damn if I bought the game or not. Because at the end of the day, a child needs to cultivate a great relationship and a great bond with their brothers and sisters. They should be sharing with their brothers and sisters. I don't give a damn if I bought the game or not and they not my children or whatever. I don't care. That's your family. That's your siblings. You should be sharing with your brothers and sisters, right? Because at some point, parents are going to leave this earth, and all that child may have is their brothers and sisters, their siblings. They might be all that they have. So they need to have a strong bond together so that they can be able to function properly and still give each other love when the parents are no longer on this earth. And see, when you have a child and you're approving a child to not share with their brothers and sisters and all of that, when you're approving that or you're accepting of that type of interaction that your child has with their siblings, you're basically allowing a point for that child to have a level, like their siblings gonna have a level of disdain for them. They're gonna grow up resenting their brother or sister, and at some point they're gonna fall out and they're gonna treat each other like regular people on the street. They're gonna act like their brothers and sisters are regular motherfuckers on the street and treat them like they ain't nothing or nobody to them, because you're allowing them to, you're okaying them not to share with their brothers and sisters. You're making it all right. You're being accepting of them being cold-hearted to their own siblings. And I don't get it, right? And I don't like to see, and the problem, I saw women agreeing with that bullshit. Like, I saw dudes defending and all of that. That ain't my child. Them kids ain't my kids. I bought my son that game for him. He should be able to play. If he ain't do nothing wrong, he should be able to play with me whenever, right? See, I don't live like that. Once you do something wrong in your mama household, that shit applies over here too, right? If we ain't together. Furthermore, I don't cosign my child disrupting their relationship with their brothers and sisters because of my arrogance, right? I want to be the only, I want to yell and holler and scream about how I bought that game and you don't got to share with nobody else and all that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, right? Because I understand that when I'm gone off this earth, they're going to need their siblings. They're going to need each other, right? And that's the problem. We have so many households where the sibling relationship, and especially in the black community I'm speaking of, the sibling dynamic is so messed up. You got siblings jealous of other siblings, siblings resenting other siblings, siblings fighting like fighting like strangers on the street. Fighting like they don't even know each other at all. Like they have no blood relation at all. And that's some ignorant ass shit, man. I can never co-sign that. I saw that scenario painted and I'm like, who the hell would agree with this? Only an ignorant ass dude would agree. I don't give a fuck who get mad at this or whatever. Only an ignorant ass dude or ignorant ass woman would co-sign that. How can you co-sign your child being cold-hearted and closed off to their siblings? Yes, he should be sharing with his siblings. I don't give a damn. Like, people be stuck on that. That ain't my kid. I bought the game for him and all that. Your kid is out here being cold to his siblings. Don't want to play and share with them, with their brothers and sisters. How the fuck do you think he's gonna, like, he's not gonna be a good person to his siblings? When they need help, he gonna be like, that ain't my business. I ain't sharing with you. That ain't my business. When they need something, oh, fuck that. That's your problem. That's how they're gonna treat their siblings. That's a problem. Like, cultivating sibling bond, it's an important thing. It's super important. My mother made sure me and my siblings was close. Made sure me and my siblings was close, no matter what. No matter what. We rolled for each other, right? And we still do that to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, all that bullshit and all that, I don't care if we come from different fathers or whatever like that. Like, we are of the same parent. We share a parent. We are of the same mother, the same woman. And my siblings that I got from my father, we the same way. We got a bond, a love for each other. We ain't gonna let each other be out here bad. We ain't gonna be out don't want to share with your siblings and all of that shit. That allows for a relationship to develop between siblings where disdain is the most powerful emotion in a relationship. And that's horrible. For real, like, you gotta be able to function in love with your siblings. That's important, y'all. That's important as hell, man. And that, to me, when I saw people saying he ain't got to share, that shows me the difference between people being raised off love and being raised off of survival. Which is why I know, me personally, I can never be with a woman who's raised off of survival. I cannot. Because at some point, some shiesty shit gonna get done, because that was how they were raised, to just survive no matter what, and no matter if you got to do foul shit or whatever. A lot of people raised off survival were raised to take their emotions out of everything and be cold-hearted to even people who are good to them. And I could never be with no woman raised off of survival. I couldn't function off of that, because you get bullshit like this being passed down and taught to their children. Like, a lot of this type of stuff and cold-heartedness and cold-heartedness, selfishness, disdain, all of that is learned behavior. It's learned behavior. And it really is, and it's enabled from parents who are selfish, who are self-centered. And that's some self-centered ass bullshit. For a father to be like, I want my child to get on the game right now. He ain't got to share with his brothers and sisters. I bought that game for him and all that. It's about me. And it ain't about your child. And it's about your child being a good person, being a good sibling. You know what I'm saying? About your child developing certain skills or certain social emotional learning to where that they will be caring enough to want to share with their siblings. That's an important thing, man. And furthermore, if the son want to play the game if the father want to play the game with his son so damn bad, go pick the son up. God damn it. Only way I don't see that happening is if the father live out of state, right? But other than that, go get your son if that's the case. If you want him to play the game that damn bad. But he ain't finna play the game over here, and he ain't sharing it with his siblings. I don't rock like that. I got a game from my daughter right now. If she had a sibling at her mother's house, she doesn't. But if she did, and she ain't sharing, I ain't rocking with it either. That's bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be, and that would be a child that wouldn't even be mine from her sibling on her mother's side or whatever. If she had one, it wouldn't be mine, but I wouldn't give a damn. That's still a sibling, and she needs to develop a bond and a close relationship with her sibling. I know how important that is. Only an ignorant ass person don't understand that aspect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, it's dudes really agreeing with this bullshit, co-signing the daddy on this bullshit, and it's women out here justifying it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? See, and y'all gonna raise children who are cold-hearted individuals, and then people that don't have no love between their siblings. That's how you see siblings fall out. One sibling don't go to the person's funeral when something happened to him, or the people crying at the funeral, I should have been this and that, because you didn't teach your children how to love one another, how to look after one another, how to always have each other's back. You know what I'm saying? Because you allowed them to be selfish with their siblings. You allowed that to fester. So of course that the relationship dynamic is all in disarray. It's all topsy-turvy because you allowed the bullshit to continue. So I saw this scenario, I'm like, wow. It's really people out here co-signing that. As a man, as a father, I could never allow my child to be disrespectful or not share with their siblings. Whether their siblings came from me or not. I don't give a damn, man. It's just like, nah, man, we ain't gonna let that fly. We not gonna let that fly at all. Because that ain't the right thing to do. And I know how much having a bond with your siblings mean. I would go to war for my siblings. Go to war for them. Go live and die for them. And they do the same for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we were able to always look out for each other, no matter what was going on in life. Always look out for each other. Always make sure we had each other back because our mother taught us that. Our father taught us that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And that is important. That's important. I got siblings that I only share one parent with, but we still love each other all across the board. We don't give a damn. We never gonna be selfish with one another. We never gonna not look after one another as we on this earth. Our parents raised us to know that we all each other got. Outside of them, we all each other got. Cause sometimes extended family ain't gonna be there for you. Your siblings are your immediate family. And you gotta have a bond with them. You got to have a love and genuine companionship with your siblings. That's important, man. And a lot of y'all that's co-signing that bullshit like that are messing up the cultivation of a beautiful relationship, or what should be the foundation of nothing but love and empathy and affection. It should be between the siblings, for sure. A lot of y'all, man, be raising y'all kids off that bullshit, man. And I'm a parent of two. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.